Can I just pick up my previous
Yes.
line of questioning? Is there any active planning for the secretary to go back? What kind of a timeline are we looking at? Can you detail these when conditions allow? What are they?
So the short answer is right now, we are focused on a couple things. We have been engaged extensively with our partners and allies over the course of recent days. Over the weekend, today at senior levels, both in Washington and from our embassy in Beijing, we have been consulting with a broad array of like-minded countries. We want them to understand what it is that we've experienced. As you've heard from my colleagues at the Department of Defense, other countries, other regions of the world have also been subjected to these brazen violations of sovereignty as well. We think it's important in the first instance that we share as much as we can because these are challenges that many of us have and will continue to have to confront together. Now, when it comes to engagement with the PRC, we've also been very clear that we seek lines of communication, lines of dialogue to remain open. Secretary Blinken picked up the phone on Friday morning to reach out to Wang Yi, the senior foreign policy official within the People's Republic of China, with a couple messages. One was that even in this time of heightened tension in the context of the discovery of the high-altitude surveillance balloon, we wanted to be able to pick up the phone to speak to one another. We believe that dialogue and diplomacy is always important when it comes to a competitive relationship like this. We believe it's especially important when tensions are even further heightened. We're going to remain in touch with our PRC counterparts. The embassy has been in touch with their PRC counterparts. Senior individuals in this building have been in touch with their PRC counterparts since Friday as well. But you have to remember that the trip that Secretary Blinken was to have undertaken starting on Friday was to have been an extension of the conversation between President Biden and President Xi in Bali. That conversation, and in turn, the conversation that Secretary Blinken was to have had yesterday and today, would have been about establishing that floor on the relationship to see to it that competition doesn't veer into conflict, but also to test the proposition of collaboration, cooperation in areas that matter to us, that are of profound interest to us, but also that are of profound interest to the rest of the world. The discovery of this high-altitude surveillance balloon in the days that preceded the Secretary's visit, of course, undermined the point of that visit. We would not have been able to conduct the important business that Secretary Blinken was looking forward to doing on the ground in Beijing in that context. Now, just as we continue to remain in contact and dialogue with the PRC in the coming days, as I expect we'll do at various levels, we'll determine when it's appropriate to potentially look to travel to the PRC to have the type of discussion that we think it's incumbent on our countries to have.